The man indicted for murder in the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students was back in court here just a short time ago, and when asked to enter his plea, Bryan Kohberger and his lawyers remained silent. A judge entered not guilty pleas on behalf of Kohberger. He faces multiple murder and burglary charges. He could face the death penalty if he's convicted. CNN's Veronica Miracle is here with more details for us. Veronica, walk us through what happened.
Well, Brianna, to start off the hearing, the judge read Bryan Kohberger his rights, and then he went and listed the 5 counts, the 5 charges that he's facing, those 4 counts of murder and that 1 count of burglary. Kohberger declared that he understood the charges that he is facing, but as you said, when it came time for a plea, he remained silent. He did not enter a plea either way, and then his lawyer stood up and said, "Your Honor, we are standing silent." And because of that, the judge had to enter not guilty pleas for him. Now, I just got off the phone with a University of Law professor who told me that this is highly unusual and it could have happened for a number of reasons. The first being that this case is under high scrutiny. There's a lot of attention on this case, and so entering a plea either way would offer a characterization. Obviously, if he entered guilty, then that would he would assume guilt there. If he entered not guilty, then it's possible people could have been outraged that he wasn't taking responsibility for his alleged actions. So by not saying anything, there's no characterization either way. I'm also told that sometimes the parties are negotiating behind closed doors. It's possible that the defense and the prosecution talked about this if there is some kind of agreement, some kind of plea agreement that could be happening behind closed doors. And then lastly, it could just be that he doesn't want to cooperate. So a number of reasons here, but I am told that this is highly unusual. Now, with today's not guilty plea entered on Kohberger's behalf, now the prosecution has 60 days to announce whether they will be pursuing the death penalty. When Kohberger was told that he faces potentially life in prison or the death penalty, he remained emotionless, no visible reaction. His trial date has now been set for October 2nd, and it is expected to last at least 6 weeks. Brianna?
Very strange. Thank you for walking us through that. There are also 2 other hearings today, and these have to do with a judge's gag order. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. So there's this non-dissemination order that is in place, and it's essentially put in place by the judge, and it said that, and it has stated that nobody involved, the attorneys for people who were involved in this case, the prosecution, the police, they're not allowed to make any comments, not allowed to publicly comment on this case. So the Gonsalves family, one of the victims' families, and a media coalition has been fighting this because they want information released. They want to be able to ask both sides about what is happening, witnesses, family members, and so that is currently underway, and we will see if the judge decides to amend this order or completely remove it, which would allow freedom for people to speak. But right now, there's no freedom for anyone to talk about this case. Brianna?
All right, Veronica, thank you for the very latest. Obviously, a lot happening in this case.